and welcome to this quiz bank tutorial. First off, please make sure you're not using Internet Explorer. So there are a few different ways you can get to the quiz bank. If you're on the home page, you can click on the fourth blue button, or no matter where you are in the toolbox, you can go to Tools in the top navigation bar, and there you see Quiz Bank. There is this quiz bank account link at the top, but that goes directly to your account in the quiz bank where you can change your username, email, or password. So we're going to click on the quiz bank button. Here we are at the quiz bank dashboard. This is showing you the total database you've seen so far. You hover over, you can see your average score in different categories. And then up in the upper right hand corner, you can see how many questions you've answered today on average per week, the total questions and the remaining questions. And then at the bottom there are two modules, Toolbox quizzes and custom quizzes. Both are showing you the quizzes you've taken so far. If you haven't completed the quiz, you can click on resume. If you have completed the quiz, you can click summary to review all the questions and the answers. The difference between both sides is the Toolbox quizzes on the left-hand side are quizzes that are coming from podcasts, lectures, online modules, or any of the 10-question weekly assessment quizzes. This is also where you can see the assignments you've received. So if your instructor is assigned quizzes to you, they will show up here. You can click on the button, and it shows you just your assignments. The module on the right, Custom Quizzes, is showing you the quizzes that you build for yourself. So the way to do so is by clicking on this blue Take a Quiz button. This pops up two options, Adaptive and Custom. The adaptive option is based on an algorithm, so it's going to give you the questions it thinks you need to see the most. The custom option is a way to build your own quiz. So here we have all the different drop-down menus and the different categories where you can select the areas that you want to create a quiz from. Then you can choose how many questions you want per quiz. And then for question options, you can choose all questions, questions you've never seen, questions you've gotten incorrect, questions you haven't recently seen, or marked questions. And then there are 4 different quiz modes: timed, untimed, teacher, and timed teacher. The teacher modes allow you to see the answer directly after the question, rather than all the answers at the very end. So now we're going to click on adaptive to take a quick look at a sample question. There are a few things you can do if it helps. You can highlight words in the stem of the question. You can also cross out answer options. At the bottom, you have a calculator. You have a lab reference. You can mark the question, which will save it in a different area. And then there is the like and dislike feature for trainees to just indicate if you think it is a high value question. And then if you hover over the circle on the right, 2 options pop up. One is to submit written feedback, and the other one is to take notes, and these notes that you save will be saved with the question and the answer. So now we are going to click on the menu in the upper left-hand corner. We were previously at the dashboard, now we're going to go down to Analytics. The Analytics page shows you in greater depth how well you're doing. So first of all, we have overall correct, and it's showing me myself compared to my institution compared to everyone in Toolbox. Then it shows the database used by category, and I am in green. And then it shows the statistics of how many seconds it's taking per question on average, the time remaining for all the questions that I have left, how many I've gotten wrong, and how many I've marked. Then for major category trend, it shows you how well you're doing in different categories over time. Then for category percentages, there's this really cool bar graph where it is comparing myself to my institution to everyone in Toolbox. And you can go a few levels deeper. So for example, in basic sciences, I can click on any of the 3 bars. Then it shows me how well I'm doing in these categories. And then you can go one step further in any of the categories. So we'll choose physics, click on one of these bars, and then I see how well I'm doing in all of these categories. If I don't see any green, that means I haven't had any questions within these categories. So then I would just click on back to tier 1, and you can do that within every category. Then at the bottom you have your best 10 categories and your worst 10 categories. So now we're going to click on the menu and we're going to go down to Study Tools. So this is where your notes and your marked questions are saved. When you create notes or you save a marked question, the question pops up here, and then there'll be a view button where you can view the question, the answer, your notes if you took any, and the references. Down below you can search quiz questions, and then on the right hand side there's a daily quiz subscription. So let's say I'm going through the PEDS rotation, I can type in PEDS, that's going to pull up hundreds of PEDS quizzes. Let's say I find the quiz I'd like to take, I click on the toggle button on the right. This bumps the quiz up to the very top, and now it says, yes, I am subscribed. So I'll receive 1 question per day in my email. If you want to cancel that, you just click on toggle again on the right. So now we'll click on the menu, and we're going to go down to Social Tools. Social Tools is a fun area that they created to challenge everyone. So here we see the top 10 users at your institution, the top 10 overall users. It gives you a quiz of the day and it lists your name if you've taken it. And then there's a game called Speed Demon where you have 120 seconds to answer as many questions as you can and see how you stack up against others. Down below we have a collaborative learning room. There's this little info button. Click on that, it'll explain to you that this is where you can present a live quiz with a group of friends or during a lecture with real-time feedback. Whenever you're in this quiz bank area, you click on the menu in the upper left-hand corner. You can always go down to View Page Help. You click on that, it'll explain every element on the page. If you are assigned a quiz by an instructor, you will receive an email, and you will also see a notification in the upper left-hand corner. So the other areas, which we'll cover in the next training videos, we'll cover instructor tools, where instructors can assign quizzes to residents, as well as a director tools for program directors only. The only other area is My Account. And this is where you can edit your user profile so you can change any of these elements. This is also where your settings are. You can choose which adaptive learning mode you would like. And then for your profile overview, you can choose whether you want to share your quiz bank data with your program director. So now we would like to go back to the main toolbox area. You can go there using Back to Toolbox at the bottom of the menu, or by clicking Back to Toolbox in the upper left-hand corner. And that concludes our quick tutorial on the quiz bank. Thanks!